All right, my man, state your name. Let them know you on Real Talk with
What it
Nick.
do, what it is, what it happens, what's poppin', y'all. Y'all already know the vibe. Y'all know the time.
All
Y'all know
right,
what the station turned in at what time.
my boy G5 on Real Talk with Nick. We got a lot to discuss, man.
Yeah,
I
what's up,
want to
people?
touch bases on that interview with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Cuban,
Mark Cuban.
Mark
Okay.
Cuban.
Okay.
Yep. I think they try to release the tension between the two. Brunson was kind of upset that Mark Cuban made some comments about the deal going sour because Rick Brunson interfered. He made it seem as if Jalen Brunson didn't have a mind of his own. He said something in regards of, of the parents interfering with the negotiate.
With the negotiation deals.
Yeah.
I mean,
You think he just crying over spilled milk, man?
no, they wasn't gonna offer them what, regardless of what Jalen Brunson was coming to the New York Knicks. They needed to understand that. He knew at that time, that last season, to show that what you could do when he played in that playoffs, the way he played just solidified him to go to the Knicks. That's all that was. It wasn't like he knew where he was going. Of course, his father on the opposite team. Of course,
And I guess he also felt sorrow when speaking out of Mark Cuban because he felt that there was a lot of tampering
of
between it.
course, he think it was tampering. They wish it was tampering because now the Knicks got him, and they don't have him. So now it's like, oh, they tampered to get him. That was 3 seasons ago, Mark. That shit don't count, Mark. There wasn't no tampering going on. His father works for the Knicks. My son, I could tell my son what's the best choice in his life. And if my son listens to me as a father advice, not as a job advice, and he went with the best decision that he felt. No regrets. I'm not mad. You can't be mad because he did just what he's supposed to have did. He went somewhere where he was going to be seen as a player to show that he's one of those elites, that he deserved to be in the top 25 for the next 5 years. And he did it. He's on the Knicks. Mark Cuban again get mad. Just got to be happy, brother.
He just got to be happy.
Just got to be happy, brother. It wasn't like you sabotaged. You wasn't giving him the ball. You wasn't going him over Luka. We all know that. Anybody behind Luka, they ain't gonna shine. You look at it now. You got Kyrie Irving on the team. Luka's like LeBron, so it's like he needed to go where he needed to go to get what he has to get. We can't get mad and talk about tampering now. We ain't say nothing tampering with you. You got Kyrie Irving.
Took that suspect from to have Kyrie Irving.
I mean, to leave from Brooklyn to trade, to do all those trades to get Kyrie, to go to the Mavs with Luka, didn't make any sense. Kyrie need the ball. Luka's the point guard. You got Kyrie running the two.
But ain't that the same situation when we speak it out of Brunson when
No,
he's
because
playing behind Luca?
Bronson was coming off the bench. Kyrie's a starter because he could play the two. That's the difference. Bronson can't play the two. So Bronson wouldn't have been able to start, to get a starting spot on that team. He would have had to come off the bench for Luka. The only reason why he got his light the way he got his light is when Luka got hurt, he stepped up. And when that playoff run, he stepped up. They made it farther this year with Kyrie than they did with anybody. And Kyrie didn't even really get to play. In his game, he's playing off of Luka because Luka's the greater player out of the conversation.
All right. Next thing I want to address is my boy Carmelo Anthony. I'm hearing that
Yeah, he went on the show,
and said that the Knicks
7 a.m. in Brooklyn.
offer him a
They
position.
offered them a bench position. Like you said, bench, meaning that he's not going to get no burn. A farewell to him for Carmelo. Would have been a farewell, like Carmelo didn't want to hear the backlash. Sometimes these players don't want to hear the backlash.
And what would the backlash
The
would have been?
backlash would have been, why you not playing? They got Carmelo Anthony on the bench. It would have been a bureaucracy. We wouldn't have been able to focus on basketball with Carmelo Anthony on that bench.
Elaborate. Why not?
We wouldn't have been able to focus the way we focused the last 2 seasons if Carmelo would have been on that bench. Because it would have took away from the focus of the team. Because it would have been all talks about why Carmelo ain't playing. Why Carmelo ain't on that court.
Don't you think he would have been made a good backup
I mean,
to that of the other guy?
Of Julius?
The other guy?
I mean, he didn't think Julius was going to get hurt. Then he would have came. He would have got more. He would have got the burn. He would have been starting. And he probably could have got his ball. But it's not him. It's the NBA. It's not him. It's the NBA. When your time's to go, your time's to go. When the NBA don't want you there, they don't want you no more.
But that wasn't the case with Melo, because once again,
that was the case.
The Knicks offered him.
They offered him a job where he didn't want. He wanted to be on the court. He was still capable. He's still capable of the ball right now. Like, he's still capable of the ball right now. So that's the problem. What, we gonna put him on the team and let him sit on the bench, waste away? He did the right thing. Say no. Let me go take this time and spend it with my son.
Okay.
So he spent more time with his son. Got more time with his son. He could do more things with his son. Him and his son in the Olympics, go to the Olympics together. Him and his son training. His son is the #1 player in New York, all because of that time that he took from not playing basketball. So I respect it, because his game plan worked. If you think about it, what's after basketball? His son. And his son is showing that shit paid off. You see how Cayenne is everywhere. Every poster, slam magazines, he's everywhere. #1 point guard and #1 player in New York. And he only got that because his dad. And it ain't because his dad's name. That kid earned it. You could tell they trained that boy was training that whole 2 seasons Carmelo been off.
So you don't look at this like a Bronny situation with LeBron?
No, I don't look at this like Bron. Cayenne's going to earn his spot. Cayenne's going to solidify himself as an NBA player. Solidify. They can't even hold him now. The boy got his father's game down packed. It's down packed. You can see it all in him. Seen them in Rutgers. The boy was tearing them up in Rutgers. Playing against the top players in most of the states. And when you go at the #1 player of another state, he does the thing.
How old is he?
Who?
Melo's son.
Melo's son is 17. This is the senior year.
Okay. Would you like to see him in a Knick uniform?
Knick uniform? Nah, I don't want him to follow the ball. Not even Denver. I won't even want him in Denver. He will have to be. I want him to be a champion, so he will have to be in the contender team. In order for that, he got to be, between 5 to 8 or 8 to 10 in the draft picks to get one of those decent teams. Because he can go to a team and play immediately. But we'll see. This is senior year. He graduated. He's going to college, do Syracuse. Let's see. Because then I'm waiting to see what Bronny could do. Because I'm tired of everybody talking about it. I want to see what he could do.
All right. So, to close the case concerning Melo and the New York Knicks and him reuniting, if they would have offered him a starter position, he would have came. All that spending time with his son, training probably would have went out the window.
It would have went out the window. But God has plans. And he couldn't get a starter position. Once you're an NBA player, and you go from a starter to off the bench, from the 6th man to the 6th man to the 8th man to the 8th man to the 10th man, eventually you're going to be the 12th man. Carmelo didn't want to be the 12th man.
Okay, but under the circumstances the Knicks was under concerning the other guy,
Yeah, but
I think Carmelo Anthony would have gotten a lot more minutes than what he expected.
All right, so why when the other guy got injured, right? And we could have traded or picked up any player, why the Knicks didn't go sign Carmelo Anthony?
They already blew the deal.
They didn't have to blow the deal. They could have signed him.
He already turned it down, man. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. That was
Once they
after the
found
fact.
There still was time for trades. It still was time for signing players. They could have signed anybody on and put him as DP for the rest of the season. Meaning he's not even on the roster.
So
they
basically,
got a whole roster spot open, and they could have just signed Carmelo.
Basically, to chum it up, he ain't want to do the Jared Jack role, the Derrick Rose.
No, it wasn't the Derrick Rose. He didn't want to be the 15th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 12th player. Understand what I'm saying? The 12th, 13th, and 14th player. He didn't want to be that guy.
Like Alex Burke was.
Alex Burke got on the court, so we can't say Alex Burke was the 13th.
Yeah, but he got on the court not
like
because he wasn't.
He was 10. I'm talking about the 11, 12, and 13. The guys that don't even get on the court at all. That's what Carmelo role was. That's why he turned it down. He said it. The role that they was offering, he could not do. He could not sit on the bench and worry about when he might be able to get a game or get in the game for 2 minutes. That's what the 10th, the 11th, when it's a blowout game and you see the last 2 minutes and you just see the niggas that you never seen on the court, that's when Carmelo would have came. That would have fucked his legacy up. That's the Knicks trying to dismonish what he was by offering him a position like that. I'd rather them say, we put you on your coaching staff. Something like that before you sit there telling them to put you on the bench to try to play the role of the veteran to help the players out. He don't want to do that. Carmelo still want to ball. In podcasts before that, he said it. The NBA is different. The locker rooms is different. The same basketball he played, the way he approached the game is not the way the game is getting approached today. It's not comfortable. So a lot of these older players, they don't like the way the game is going now. He don't like that. So that's why really he just didn't. Then he thought about it. Why do I need to do that? You gonna fuck my legacy up? I would have said the same shit.
Okay.
I would have said the same thing. Like, nah, I'm good.
Now, well, piggyback on the center. Let me speak it out of New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not high on Mitch.
Okay.
You say he's injury prone. But a healthy Mitch would mean a whole lot.
I don't think so.
For the Knicks. If Mitch is 100% healthy.
It don't matter if he's 100% healthy. He's only going to give you 25 minutes a game. Do we really need defense like that? Do we really need the 3 blocks a game? Because that's really what he's giving us. 3 blocks. He can't even get more rebounds. Hardestein get more rebounds than him. Hart get more
rebounds. Fourth quarter, 3 minutes on the clock.
He's not doing nothing. What is he doing?
Them 3 blocks.
What is he doing 3 minutes in the fourth quarter? But being in the way. He's being in the way. You got to look at it that way. He's being in the way. When he was on the court, when he came back, the game slowed down every time he got the ball. The Knicks run a different game. We run a faster game with Brunson at the point.
But when the other guy was playing, the game didn't slow down.
It didn't slow down.
Okay.
It didn't slow down.
All right.
You got to understand, he's one of the top. The other guy is listed as one of the top 10 best power forwards right now. And he ain't even played for a season, bro. I mean, you got to look at the antics and the stats and all that other stuff. We understand playoffs. And that's all you going with. When you say the other guy, you say playoffs. There's nothing bad you can say about this man but just playoffs. You got to give him a chance to get to the playoffs and play in the playoffs one more time.
How many seasons the other guy been on the Knicks?
How many seasons he been on the Knicks by himself?
How many? I ain't asked you who he's with.
We keep going through this.
And you keep saying he's by himself.
That don't have no players and you got a bunch of rookies on your team and you take a team to the playoffs. You did your job. My job, I did what I told her I could do. I could get y'all to the playoffs. We realized we was a playoff team with Julius Randle by himself, with a R.J. Barrett and a Quickly, and a Derrick Rose coming off the bench. Let's be truthful here. This is what I'm trying to say.
So if Melo had the opportunity to start, do you think it would have been a better scenario than going with the other guy?
No.
Even when him having a chance
No.
to start?
Melo would not have been able to give you 25 and 10.
Are you sitting here telling me that
Carmelo would not have been able to give you 25.
the other guy is better than Carmelo?
I'm not saying the other guy's better than Carmelo. Nobody could beat. Carmelo is the best player when it comes to ISO basketball. Knicks wouldn't have worked with the Knicks that's playing the game they playing now, because Carmelo would slow the game up. That's the difference. Carmelo ain't adjusting to Brunson. Brunson's going to have to adjust to Carmelo. Julius Randle had to adjust to Brunson, and he committed himself to adjust to Brunson.
So you're saying it's an ego thing with Melo?
Yes. He says it himself. It's ego, nigga. I am him. I'm him. When I'm him, what could you say, brother? I'm him. It ain't nothing bad to say. It's just that I'm him. He's him. He's in everybody's top 5 best scorers in the NBA in history. In a lot of these players' eyes. A lot of these kids' eyes. It's Carmelo Anthony. Brunson ain't even there yet. To sit there and go there with Carmelo. That would have fucked everything up. That would have fucked everything up. The Knicks wouldn't be the team they are right now if Carmelo would have played. Because he would have only played that season. Just that he would have slowed the game up. The other guy was shooting, the season before last, he was shooting what? 4 or 5 threes a game? This season, average two threes a game? And Brunson still let him bring down the ball. Because Brunson can play off the ball.
Name the players on the Knicks who plays off the ball. You named Brunson. Who else?
Brunson.
Okay, that's 1.
Hart.
2.
DiVincenzo.
3. Think Mikal Bridges can play off the ball.
Off the ball. That's 4.
OG.
OG Anunoby. That's 5.
Mitch. A healthy Mitch.
No, because Mitch can't score. We know that. Mitch don't average points. We talk about a player. Off the ball means that they could score without the ball in their hand. Mitch Robinson is not going to do that. Only way Mitch is going to get it if he's down low right at the baseline, right
so
there.
So why Knicks fans feel that a healthy Mitch would be effective
defensively?
Okay, ain't that playing off the ball?
That's not defensive. Defense is defense. We're talking off the ball game. The Knicks got some of the best players that's off the ball players, that they don't need the ball in their hand to score. Meaning is they could cut the back lane, they could come forward, they could cut back, and if they get the ball, they could just one dribble and shoot.
What about McBride? You make that list?
McBride is getting there because he's the point guard. So he's more of the point guard that has the ball in his hand, that facilitates and try to look for the best pass, the best opportunity to get the easy basket. That's why when he's on the court, game slows down a little bit. He's like a baby Chris Paul. I can put him with Chris Paul. He'll sit there trying to look for the best pass possible. He's trying to play perfect basketball. Brunson is, let's get this shit, let's go. We on the go. Rebound, Hart's down there. This one's down there. Hardestein was down there. They was already gone. Once the rebound comes, boom, we gone. Make them run. That's when we started averaging more points. Remember, Knicks used to be able to average 93, 95. 2 seasons ago, it was like 95, right? Now we have 110, 115. Keeping teams under 100 points because of our defense. And it wasn't because of Mitch Robinson. because he was injured. And we kept a lot of the teams under 100 because we played that systematic basketball that we normally play.
Now, my brother, the predicate, man, he gave you props, man. Consider the situation concerning
Brunson?
Jalen Brunson.
Thank you, predicate. At least somebody was listening.
Okay.
I appreciate that. This guy think I don't give Brunson his respect.
Nah, you don't.
I give him his respect.
No, you don't, because
I'm not gonna sit there.
It's like you was choking on a fucking.
I wasn't choking. All I said was,
listen,
I'm the one who said it.
I asked you, brother, to congratulate my man. Maybe you could do better on this one.
I told him, congratulations on being the team captain. But to me, that don't mean much. It don't mean much. I need him to be the same player. This time he don't have to do too much. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting there saying, okay, he's the team captain. He had a hell of a season last year. I give him that. But yeah. I'm not the one that's going to be on him like, oh, God, yes, the next. No, I'm not. Y'all not fooling me, New York Knicks. Y'all not fooling us. Y'all can fool everybody else. Y'all not fooling me. The Knicks been too quiet. You know what I'm telling you. They've been too quiet. The last 2 seasons been the most quietest Knicks that make an all-star break and do all this good shit that I love that they doing. But it's a lot of shit going on. And then you hear, with, like you said, with Mark Cuban saying, yeah, the Knicks been under investigation twice, even with the Brunson and them trade. With the Toronto trade. They say that there was collusion with that, too. Now, I respect Brunson because he can ball. And he's small. So he ain't the biggest of the bigs. All the big point guards that we got in the league right now, he's one of the smallest point guards. So I got to give him that.
Okay. So you thank my boy the predicate because you say obviously he was listening when you said that Jalen Brunson needs to step his game up. He needs to step up his average. Okay. But where you and predicate differ is when we speak it out of my boy.
Mitch?
No, not Mitch. Because
Sims?
he also says that Mitch needs to stop wearing low-cut sneakers, and that's probably could be a tribute to him getting injured
consistent.
Yeah, consistently.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to give Mitch a pass because Mitch, last injury, I think was due to Joel Embiid more than him.
I mean, I can understand.
Have a self-inflicted injury.
He got, but like I said,
that injury was. So he get a pass, like my boy.
But he felt
just like the other guy get a pass because y'all saying he was playing his best. He
gets the pass because he got injured. I'm not mad at him with the playoff that he got injured. See what I'm saying is he came in, he tried, and he got injured. But that's the problem with Mitch. That's why I can't put Mitch there because that's the problem. When he comes in and he gets ready to go and be like, all right, let's go, Mitch. And then it's like footwork always messing with him. That's why Predicate says the low cuts. His footwork is always messing with him. You see how Brunson footwork is one of the best footworks you can see in the NBA as a point guard right now. That's why he's blowing past people the way he's going by them because his footwork. Mitch's footwork is still... Mitch ain't even got to jump, so Mitch get the rebound, go up, and just dunk.
Do you think this has something to do with his body frame, the way he's structured? Is he too linky like
he's
that?
Linky.
That center from Houston back in the days, know what I mean? If I'm
he remind me of what's that guy name from Indiana Pacers that used to play with fucking PG. What's his name? Hubert? What's that nigga name? What's the nigga name? The center. That's who he remind me of. That was always injured. But he was he was a good baller. But you know. And then I heard in comments about the Sims, you know.
Yeah, Jericho Sims. Yeah, because that's where you and Predicate differ. There's a dissension when we speak of that. He knows
who he got working with him. Just like I know who they got him working with. They got him with Bryant, and I said that before.
Did you see the film, brother?
I seen the film, but that film don't mean nothing when it comes to on the court. He's doing that with no defenders on him. He's doing that with just practicing. Sims still sloppy. I understand what y'all saying, but Sims is still, his hands are still lose the ball. His footwork ain't there yet. And he's been in the season, the NBA long enough. You can tell that boy have not been in the gym. This is probably the first time he's in the gym. We never seen him in the gym working on his game a whole summer. That's what these players need to do. They need to work on their game a whole summer, a whole year, and continue going like Brunson's doing right now. Him, Hart, all them, they all together, balling together. Team chemistry. He's not going to get no light. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sims is a work in progress. The Knicks is willing to keep him on the sideline, I don't know, until they get rid of him. He put too much weight on. He put too much muscle. Fuck, he thought he was Dwight Howard? Last season, he came back all muscle. So what you trying to say that summer, you didn't work on your game. You worked on getting bigger. Now you got bigger.
Ain't a post game. Ain't a post game needed.
How? When you can't even, you ain't got no moves down there to be in the post. You got big, you can't even go up there to get a rebound. You was getting outboxed. You was getting, everything was getting done to you. That's why your ass was only going in the game 2 minutes and coach sub you out because you fuck up immediately. Tibbs don't play that. That's why he never really got burned. Because he gonna fuck up. Once you fuck up with Tibbs, nigga, you know, get the fuck, go sit all the way at the end of the line. Go, see that seat right there, the 13th seat? Get your ass over there and sit down. You gonna learn today, little nigga. Sit down, nigga. I don't need you, pursue. Go in there.
Only if we could sub coaches like that. Like we could sub players when they doing bad. It comes a time when Tom Thibodeau need to sit his ass down and let Rick Brunson
Coach?
Why not? He's an assistant. Why wait for your head coach, right, to get ejected for the next assistant coach to step up? Why wait for that? Why we can't have it where, okay, this playbook that you're making ain't working? Like, for instance, when we played against the Miami Heat, why nobody ain't say, Tom Thibodeau, sit your ass down and let's see what we can get from Rick Brunson?
You see what you do?
What I do?
You go back into seasons that's irrelevant, that done came and went. You dwell too much on the past. You always stick to.
Don't we gotta learn from our past mistakes, man?
They've been learned from them because they.
Ain't you dwelling in the past when you speak about Mitchell Robinson constantly being hurt? Are we talking about past shit?
I'm talking about this season he was hurt. The season that just finished. The season that just finished, he was hurt.
He get a pass. He gets a pass because Joel Embiid did a dirty task.
So he was hurt.
All right, we going in the past.
The season he got hurt.
You talking past
Not
shit.
even 3 games in.
How come I can't go in the past, but you can?
What I'm trying to tell you is,
okay,
he got hurt.
And what I'm trying to tell you is,
so you can't even. And Sims Sims didn't even get the chance to step up then when he had the whole season. He let Hardesty come on the Knicks and outshine him and show him I'll outwork you. That's what I'm talking about. Because he's a dog. Sims ain't no damn dog. Sims is just a nigga that play basketball, bro. They drafted Sims. I don't even think he knew how to play basketball like that. He's just tall.
Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Come on, man. You got all the smoke,
bro,
for everybody but the other guy. Sims ain't supposed to be an NBA player.
I ain't saying
that's how you talking. You just second guess whether he could play ball or not. You just question.
I have to.
All right, so
I could make a blooper of this kid making mistakes on the basketball court every game he played, bro. There's not a game that goes on that he did not make a mistake. Forced a foul when there was no need to foul. It's things like that he does that just, or lose the ball in his hand when he got the whole errand. I mean, it's the easy dunk when he's by himself.
I mean,
there's footage that you know that's out there showing this boy. As you can see, he's a learning in progress, bro.
I can expect UG5 to find fault in any play on the Knicks when you discredit the king of New York. who plays for the Knicks.
Who's the king of New York?
You know who he is.
Who's the king of New York?
He stands 6'1".
No, that's not the king of New York.
Yeah, he stands 6'1", brother. He stands 6'1".
He's not the king yet.
He's the king now.
He's not the king yet.
He's the king now.
He's the king.
Number 11 is the motherfucking king.
And your problem is?
My problem is what?
If the Knicks don't win a championship with your king, then he's not a king, my nigga. This is what you need to understand. Stop praising somebody that didn't get you nowhere yet.
Look, he getting mad, y'all.
Look,
he getting
like,
mad.
Praising
he
niggas,
getting mad.
and they ain't even prove
getting mad
as that level of a king yet.
Okay, he just got the captain.
He
just got the captain hat. And his name ain't fucking
in the NBA, and that's King Bron James. So you can't call him the king of New York.
His name ain't Skipper.
All right, he's not the king of New York.
All right,
you're not gonna say that. He didn't bring us a championship yet. We didn't even get out the second round of the playoffs with this guy yet. We didn't make it to the finals yet. We didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals yet. So let's back a little down.
Oh, if the other guy would have showed up.
If the other guy wasn't injured, yeah, he probably would have been able to make it over.
Okay, so we need
people
to do their job.
All this time, oh, your man's a bum. If he's that much of a bum, your man didn't need him to get to the championship. If he's the king. He didn't need him. He had all green light to do it all himself. He couldn't get past. The Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers.
My man broke his hand during that game. His hand was on, and he didn't give any. He didn't give any. He didn't give any.
Excuse.
Hold up! Don't let me call a yellow card.
Because he said,
don't let me call a yellow card. There's been no yellow cards.
Number 11 said it himself. There was no excuses. Even with my broken hand, I'm supposed to win. There was no excuses, bro. So you stop making excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses.
He said he had a broken hand.
No, I'm letting you know that he had no excuses because he kept playing.
He said it.
Wow, it was a broken hand. And Knicks fans didn't even know he had a broken hand.
If he said,
we didn't even know he had a broken hand. A broken hand until after the fact.
And there was no.
But we knew about the other guy's shoulder.
Yeah, because it was already known.
Okay.
You didn't know his shoulder was fucked up the season before.
Okay.
You didn't know his shoulder was fucked up the season before.
All right.
Till he exposed it on Carmelo Anthony's show.
Okay.
That his shoulder been that way. Carmelo played 6 years with that same shoulder injury he had.
Oh, you naming players who played through a shoulder injury?
Played through the same shoulder injury.
But the other guy sitting out?
The Knicks didn't want him to play. It's different. The Knicks made him sit down because he would have played with the shoulder. He said it himself, I would have kept playing with the shoulder and he would have hurt himself even worse and fucked himself up even worse. The Knicks slowed him down and told him, sit your ass down. Like I told you they told him, sit your ass down. We need you next season. Let them just run through this season. We know what you're going to do. Sit down. You're not looking at that, nigga. When they sit a player down and tell them, just sit down. No, we'll say you day to day, every game.
I know. I'm looking at the disrespect you throw at other players, man. It's like the bias is crazy.
What bias? I'm telling you the fact. And everybody all says it, even in your comments. When they see me in the street, they say the same thing. It ain't a lie, bro. You the only one that's in the sky somewhere that just always thinking it's something different. It ain't nothing different. They set him down. He was willing to play in the first round of the playoffs. They said Julius was going to play. Then they said, no, you know what? We're not playing him. He's injured. He's got to get a surgery. The first round of the playoffs is when they announced they got to get a surgery. Meaning they already knew he needed a surgery, but they was waiting the whole end of the season, second half of the season, to announce that he needed the surgery. To announce that, that him and what's his name is out. Indefinite.
I want to talk about the King of New York.
You want to talk about the king that's not didn't bring a championship yet.
No. I'm gonna talk about
king until you bring a championship.
Cut it out.
No, you cut it out.
Cut it out. The King of New York.
He's not the king of New York.
Jalen Brunson.
He's not. He's the captain. Say captain of New York.
He's the best.
He's not the best. Don't
player
don't
on the Knicks right now.
He's one of the best players on the Knicks.
He's the best
One of
player.
the best.
Let's go top to bottom. How would you rank the Knicks players, man? Jalen Brunson arguably could be the #1 player.
And where? On what team?
On the Knicks. I'm talking about the Knicks.
On any other team. Let's go to.
I said the Knicks.
If he goes to
Before we go to any other team, let's talk about the best player on the Knicks. We can't say that.
He's one of the best players on the Knicks. Go ahead.
He's the best player on the Knicks.
He's one of the best players on the Knicks. He's one.
After Brunson comes who?
Julius. Go ahead. Next.
After Julius come who?
I'm not going to disrespect.
Oh, you've been disrespecting the whole damn
ain't
interview.
No disrespect.
No need to stop now.
This is what we call real talk, right? So I'm giving you the real.
All right.
This is just the real.
Okay.
You call it disrespect. No, it's just real.
Okay.
It's just real.
All right.
Now.
Be real with the disrespect then.
Anunoby.
I kind of like that.
Go ahead. Because I see what he did. See, the difference is I don't know what
I
don't know what McBride did yet. When you know who we just got from.
So you got Jalen Brunson 1.
Yes.
You got the other guy 2.
Yeah.
You got OG Anunoby 3.
Yeah. 4 is
Josh or DiVincenzo?
No, neither one of them.
Could it be Mikal Bridges?
It's Bridges. And the only reason why I put Bridges there is because I know what he's capable of doing, what he was doing on Brooklyn. So if he could do what he did in Brooklyn and the Knicks, that's a good 20, 25-5. So that's good. 25-5. Consistent. He's going to consistently do that. So I give him that. Then you got Hart, DiVincenzo, McBride. But before I put McBride, I'm not going to put the rookie, even though I know the rookie's going to shine. You even have in your comments talk about the rookie. They don't think Marquette kid. We talked about him. Me and Nick already talked about him, y'all. Y'all was in the comments talk about y'all. We gave the kid his respect, y'all.
Talking about Tyler?
Yes, we gave him his little respect. We told him like McBride got to watch his ass. I've been told y'all that. Me and him talked about it. Don't act like we ain't speak about it. The comments talk about we disrespecting the kid. We ain't disrespecting him. We just say he gonna have to. We disrespected McBride really because we said McBride gonna have to be the one to step up, or his job is on the line.
And you still stand by that?
And I still stand by that with that kid. That's the true point guard. He's not even thinking about scoring.
Oh, the Tyler kid.
Yes, he's not thinking about. He could score. He could definitely score, but his pass game is one of the best.
Do you think it could be up there with Brunson, if not better? Would Jalen Brunson have to worry about this kid?
No.
Becoming the head honcho?
No.
Because that captain hat only fits for one guy.
No.
Number 11. They sized that shit up, man.
He just got the captain, dog.
It don't fit on the other guy's head.
The captain for now. The other guy didn't want to be the captain.
Nah, the other guy couldn't do it.
The other guy don't need to be the captain, nigga. The other guy needed some. If
he couldn't carry the team on his shoulders. His shoulders hurt.
If we'd have got a superstar to the Knicks, he was not going to be the #1 option. So the Knicks been trying to get a superstar for the longest, right? Julius Randle been knew that I'm not the superstar here. I'm just the star. I'm an all-star that actually my jersey sells. One of the top 25 players in the league as of today. Considered one of the top 10 power forwards. That's why I said, why you think, and this, what, he could get traded? He could definitely get traded. Will he want to get traded? No.
Now,
the opportunity he sees right now with the Knicks, between him and them boys, all them niggas together, I think it's going to be something special this year.
Now, I want to piggyback on Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said he need to score such and such last season. Yes, you did call that out.
Yeah. This season, he ain't got to do that.
Okay.
This season, he can average 25 9, 9 and 5, and he's good. 25, 9 and 5. We need him to.
So anything over that would be considered him being a nut.
No, if it's when it's needed, he knows when he has to do it. See, the thing with Brunson is, Brunson scores. His points show when it's needed. The thing with Julius Randle, he scores, but he just scores. He don't score. His score don't make a difference at the end of the game. Brunson makes his points matter at the end of the game.
Okay, and another thing.
And that's the difference between Brunson and Julius Randle. That's why Brunson is on top, because he makes his points matter towards the end of the game. Why Julius' points don't even look like they points, because why? It's easy for him to get these points. So by him getting these points, it ain't like he's saving the game.
Okay.
It's 25, not 10 and 5 or 8, 10 and 9 or whatever the fuck he could get. It don't look like, oh shit. It's a big difference.
Now, I want to make a point. Remember when you was pointing out Jalen Brunson, saying how he need to step up?
Mm-hmm.
In the same breath, you also had to admit that he wasn't getting respect from the refs.
He wasn't.
So, hold that thought. If he
wasn't.
wasn't getting respect from the refs, then that means his game never needed to step up. What he needed was the respect from the refs.
No.
Because if he gotten the respect from the
See,
refs, he would have got the N one.
Stop.
Hey, come on, man.
See,
come
now,
on.
See, you reaching, bro. Stop reaching. Stop making stupid agendas up like that. That don't even make sense, bro.
It makes a whole lot of sense.
It ain't the refs that he needed to get respect by, nigga. It's the players in the NBA that needed to respect him. It ain't the refs.
The players ain't blowing the whistle, bro.
Is the one that he got to
the players don't blow the whistle.
If the players respect him, the refs is gonna respect them.
Please give an example, because I'm in the dark on this one.
Bro.
When are the referees influenced by how the opposition?
Because when the players respect them, they know automatically. The refs know, okay, they're gonna give him his distance. They're gonna try not to foul him. But when he goes for this one layup, this one move, we already know they're gonna foul him. And when they do foul him, we gotta call it. Because they can't stop it. And now we know that because they know that. So once they know that, the refs know that. And you acting like the refs don't talk to the tie-ups and be, no, he's not getting this. Now he can get the calls that you think he wasn't getting last season, that he's gonna get this season.
If they would have respected the calls,
it wouldn't have made a difference. That wasn't what his game.
His stats wouldn't have been higher than what they were.
No, his stats is high because he balled the way he's supposed to have balled, bro. You're not understanding that. You thinking, oh, his stats would have been bigger. What, with a couple of free throws, nigga?
Since when free throws ain't part of the game?
Bro, free throws matter at the end of the game.
No, I'll disagree with that.
End of the game,
free throw matters from beginning to end.
No, free throws matter
it's the game
at the end of
within
the
the game. We're not going to sit here and say it just matters.
Free throws don't matter in the beginning of no fucking basketball game, bro.
Bro.
The first 2 quarters.
The free throws.
A free throw don't mean shit to you in the first 2 quarters of a basketball game, bro.
I disagree, man.
That's why nobody's fouling the way they fouling. Refs ain't calling these fouls.
I disagree,
these players
man.
Adjusting. They're going to make the layup regardless. So why give them an N1? Why give them an N1 and they made it look easy anyway?
The free throws cost us the series between the Indiana Pacers,
No, it
man.
did not. You know what cost us the Indiana Pacers?
Okay.
We was a beat-up New York Knicks that couldn't beat a younger team that was way more healthier than we was. And they was beat up. But we was beat down. We journeymaned it all the way to where we got to. Journeyman. We did the journeyman. Hard, sweat, tears, and buckling up, going in that bitch, getting beat down every night. Brunson was getting his beat down every fucking night. Hart was getting beat down every night. Hardestein was getting his ass busted every fucking night. Because they was tired, done, and they ain't have it in them no more. We got to lose to win. We have to lose to win. I ain't mad that we lost. You see, Brunson, he wasn't mad. He accepted the loss. He accepted the defeat. Why? Because, yo, all right, we know just what we got to do next year. We know just what we got to do.
Brunson took the ending of that season hard, man.
He didn't take it hard.
He ain't just brushed that shit over. My man's competitive, bro.
He's a competitor, but he knew what it was. He knew what it was. Remember, he said, "I'm not doing the Olympics." He said, "I'm not doing the Olympics because." And he also said, championship.
He also said he feel that he hasn't accomplished anything.
He didn't accomplish nothing. I said that too. That's why I say.
But that's the competitiveness in him.
And that's me being a known competitor that sit there and saying, that's why I don't sit there when you say, oh, he's the king. He don't even look at it like that, bro. The man don't even look at it like captain, yeah, it's okay, but...
Oh, no, because there's weakness in flattery. From a fan perspective...
Captain, no, this is a team game. This ain't just me.
Okay.
So whenever you got a player that sit there and say, it ain't, no, team captain, yeah, okay, you can put the label on me, but I'm not the team captain. Because it's a team. I am not no captain here. We a team. We all a captain. Brunson made that very well understandable when he took that speech and said what he said. It ain't even like he really cared about being the team captain. I didn't accomplish nothing to even get this. That's how he feels. That's how I feel. He know he feels.
No, that's the hunger in him.
That's just how he feels, that I don't even deserve to be the captain because I didn't do anything to get this. Because I took a pay cut. Because I want to win. So they had to give it to him. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was more incentives than just taking a pay cut. Or I'm going to lose $135 million and I'm not going to get a pay cut. I'm going to take $135 million. Yeah, okay, we're going to give you team captain. We'll give you that. That's bonuses right there. You can make a couple million there off of this, that, third, this, that, and the third. We give you more percentage off your shirts, off your jerseys that sell. That's all it was, bro. It was a play. That's why I'm like, this shit was a play. The team captain, that was just all part of, you saved us $135 million. Make this nigga the team captain. That's like being in the slave owner's house, right? That's like being in the slave owner's house, right? And that one motherfucker sitting there driving the slave around everywhere, right? And he like, yeah, I'm the captain.
So you saying they gave him the captain hat because he saved the Knicks money? That's the only reason. You gonna sit here and say that? I hope you catch a splinter in your ass while we sitting on this fucking bench for talking bullshit like that.
I'm talking bullshit, but this is a fact. If he would have took all that money on the table and waited till next season, do you really think the Knicks would have gave that nigga team captain? Do you really think they'd have thought team first, or you thought him? Oh, here go another Carmelo Anthony. That's about the money. It's about the money for him. He don't give a fuck about the championship. He don't really care about the team. He really just care about himself. If he'd have thought about the money. Do you think that would have been that way? He could have made $300-something million, bro.
And he took $33 million a year off the table for the next 3 years.
So what that's telling you?
That he's paying for the center.
What center? We ain't even picked nobody up. What are you talking about? What center? What center we paying for?
The center who comes.
What center's coming? Nobody's letting go nobody, or nobody's trying to trade to go to the Knicks. You can forget that.
Oh, 1 minute you say everybody want to play for the Knicks.
They want to play for the Knicks. The owners is not going to allow.
And reason why? I'm asking.
Because the Knicks is one of the top teams in the NBA, regardless of what. Even when we was a bum team, we still was one of the top teams. We get most of the basketball team. We fourth in most, the fourth team, fifth team to get the most plays. TV games. It's shit like that. A lot of coaches that's not teams, owners is looking at it like, here we go again. The Knicks is already a solidified team. The Knicks, the Lakers, the Boston Celtics, those are solidified teams. Solidified. Those are the top teams in the NBA. Those are the top teams in the NBA. Now you got Golden State because what Steph Curry did with it. Those are the top teams in the NBA. Those are the ones that generate the most money in the NBA. The Knicks already generate the most money. Remember, the Knicks is worth what? We the top team that's worth the most money in the NBA right now. Right now, the Knicks, New York Knicks.
Yeah, this upcoming season, the cheapest tickets is $149.
Yes, we are the most team you got to pay to watch the New York Knicks. And it ain't a cheap ticket to watch and sit in any seat in the fucking arena now. So that tells you right there, nigga. When you got the seats packed like that, you spending one of the most highest tickets to get a ticket is a New York Knicks ticket. And it's going to be one of the hardest tickets to get this season. Of course, teams is not going to, owners is looking at that. That's why you got Mark Cuban coming out talking about, oh, there's something going on over there. He just had to bring it to the light. He ain't the first person to say that. The nigga from Toronto. Remember, we just got in trouble for the Toronto shit. The collusion in Toronto. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I think the Toronto Raptors, man, is going to be a whole lot better this upcoming season. So, I think R.J. Barrett, man. I know we let R.J. Barrett go. We felt that he wasn't producing enough.
I know we wasn't.
But I'm telling you, he's going to be a Tim Hardaway Jr. situation. Look how many times Knicks let Tim Hardaway go and brought him back.
No, but
don't be surprised.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Don't
now.
be surprised.
Tim Hardaway Jr. now.
Don't be surprised if we see R.J. Barrett game develop.
His game is already there, though. We know that.
Listen,
this is the whole point. He just not the. If a team give him the chance to be the team captain and let him the ball run through R.J. Barrett, you'll see a different R.J. Barrett. Just like you seen the quick Maxey. When Embiid went down, Maxey stepped up and became the superstar that he is now.
For some reason, I think we're going to see R.J. Barrett in a Knicks uniform again.
Nah.
They do shit like that.
Nah, he ain't going.
They do shit like that. Knicks be eating crow all the time. They wait till you go to another team.
He's not coming back. He's not coming back. RJ's not coming back. RJ's going to go somewhere well needed. RJ ain't coming back. Well, RJ's going to be in Toronto, and he might retire in Toronto. RJ's going to be there. Remember, that's a Canadian. They got one of their Canadian boys in there. If they could get a couple more of them niggas in there, they would do it. They would definitely do it. And they good. They just didn't. They wasn't just shit this year in the fucking Olympics. And that was because of Shea. Because RJ performed in the Olympics. He did his part. He did his normal 20 and 20 and 5 and 6. So that's what I'm trying to say. Is ceiling is where ceiling's at. The Knicks needed something bigger than that, so that's why they got rid of RJ. But RJ just ain't got the defense like Anunoby. So we took Anunoby over RJ. We said we don't need the points. We need the defense. Bring Anunoby over here. Anunoby's a defensive player that thinks defensive first, ain't to score a bucket if you fuck with him and let him get the opportunity to score some buckets. The Knicks give him the opportunity to score the buckets. Because the system that the Knicks play, everybody touches the ball. Even the center touches the ball. It depends on what the center going to do with it.
All right, and that's what it is with my boy G5 on Real Talk with Nick. Breaking down these Nick Chronicles, man. Y'all talk to Nick. Get in the comments. Let us know, do you think my boy Melo would have been a good fit, whether he was a bench player or not? Because at the time, the New York Knicks was in a turmoil. It was chaotic. We didn't have players that we could rely on. And I think a Melo would have been a good feeling.
But they talking about 2 seasons.
You know, because right now we had a cavity.
But Melo was talking.
And we needed some feelings, brother.
But Melo was talking 2-3 seasons ago. So we talking when we
the other guy wasn't reliable 2-3 seasons ago.
They wouldn't put him over him, though. Now you see what I mean, the conflict of interest. They would not have put Carmelo over Julius Randle. And that's the main reason why he didn't really fucking go to the Knicks. Because I cannot play behind Julius Randle and I'm Carmelo Anthony, nigga. That's what it is, nigga. I'm Carmelo, nigga.
Hold that thought, and we out. Peace.